What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
That's all right.
It's that small. I was thinking Cookie Monster was with us here this morning.
I just saw... Welcome in, by the way.
Scooby-Doo.
It is Girl Scout cookie season.
It is. It's a great season of life.
And, they have the different street corner people with the arrows and the, they flip the signs. Cookie Monster was walking up and down the street in our neighborhood.
Wait,
spinning
is that
signs?
for real?
Not spinning signs. Holding up a big old Girl Scout cookie,
at least he's doing his part to
I thought it was genius.
Yeah, that is
It's a full-on...
great.
Is that authorized?
I don't know. Do you know the rules for Girl Scout cookie advertising?
I just know that there are rules.
There are rules.
Yes.
Oh.
Also,
So
dressing up as Cookie Monster, spending big money on a nice costume, maybe not in the rules.
Also, probably not legal with copyright.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're using a trademark.
Oh, stop it. It was ingenious.
Look, there are some
Cookie Monster.
There are ingenious ideas that have been squadushed by the Girl Scouts.
What is the official leadership committee of the Girl Scouts called?
The Women's Scouts?
I'm not really sure.
What is...
Is there a president of the Girl Scouts?
I would imagine
Is there a
so.
queen?
Did you know? Look, this was mind-blowing to me because my daughter is involved with the Girl Scouts.
Yeah. You're the hookup for cookies around these parts.
The Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, these are two completely separate entities.
Yes.
Oh, really? There's no affiliation?
No, none at all.
Yeah.
So it's like the Girl Scouts start, this is a big thing. Which one do you think
I don't
started
remember
first?
which one started first, but it blew my mind to know that they had nothing to do with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that.
Now, speaking of all of that, let's talk cookies. Because
Sure. Moving on.
there's a big problem with some people having bad tastes on Girl Scout cookies, saying things like the lemon cookies are the best Girl Scout cookies.
Are you
Which
saying
is,
we should-
What? Who would possibly
You saying we
say
need
that?
a cookie draft at some point?
I don't think you need a cookie draft because there are
Not a Girl Scout cookie draft.
it's
a
overall
cookie draft at some point.
Yeah, we definitely need to
because
do
Girl
that.
Scout cookies there are two top tier cookies.
Now, are you including Thin Mints?
No,
Yes.
of course you two idiots
yes.
would include Thin Mints.
Yes,
How dare you?
they aren't. They aren't the
This
number
show
one.
is over.
They aren't the best.
You know what's weird about it? And because this show is about cookies. The Spitballers Podcast.
Cookies.
Yeah. The thing is the recipe has changed from when we were kids. So the Thin Mints aren't as good as they used to be. That's what I'm saying.
Are they thinner?
No, they're just whatever efficiencies, whatever capitalistic efficiencies have hit the Girl Scout cookie factories.
Holding out.
Now the ingredients, they're just not as tasty. There's a little more of artificial taste to it.
No. Here's what happened.
Maybe
growing
you're just
up in
older.
Andy's house, the only ones they bought were like the Thin Mints, and so he's like, these are great. Now he's a grown up. He gets to buy any cookies he wants, and he realizes that Thin Mints are they're okay. They're okay, but they're no Samoas.
Oh, is that the coconut one?
They're no Tagalongs. Yeah,
Tagalong is the best one. Samoas can just Samo right to the garbage.
No, Samoas and Tagalongs are the only two that are even necessary to exist.
You are super into coconut?
No, I'm not super into coconut, but the texture.
You love it.
Do you want to marry coconut? I did draft a coconut in our food fight to the death as
you
my
love
first
it.
pick.
By the way,
can't get into coconut.
in 2015, the Girl Scouts were excited to share that Thin Mints are now vegan and have the same delicious taste.
I thought that there was
So whatever
two
vegan
options.
changes they made,
I'm sitting here.
It was the animals.
it was the animals that made.
It's probably eggs then, right?
or
yeah.
dairy in the chocolate. If
Taste.
it's milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, wait. There was animals in the. There were animals in Thin Mints?
We had raccoons
I
in
was just
there.
thinking vegetarian.
Couple bits of skunk, some lizard tails.
Have you ever had bits of skunk as an appetizer?
Oh,
Yeah, I've had Thin Mints before they changed them.
Back when the recipe was great.
All right. Well, welcome to
They hit the woods. What do you think they're doing in there? They're collecting the ingredients.
They get their badges for survival, and they collect the bits of raccoon out there and bits of skunk and put them in the What we've discovered a lot on this show in 5 minutes.
This show, is about discovery.
It's about
and digging
whistleblowing. Girl Scout whistleblowing.
We're so deep. We are the deepest, most intellectual show that has ever happened. This really, we built the Spitballers podcast as a platform to push Mike's daughter's cookies. Yeah, we're going to make her number one. This is
slide my DMs if you need them.
Oh
cookies.
My gosh. Well, welcome to the Spitballers podcast. You can find us on Twitter at SpitballersPod. That's where you can send us would you rather questions and life advice questions or draft ideas. Whatever the case may be, the stuff you like listening to on this podcast, we get a lot of our ideas from you. So head over there. You can also talk to us on Instagram, instagram.com/SpitballersPod. We always appreciate the iTunes reviews, subscriptions, that type of thing.
Especially the subscriptions. If you're listening, you enjoy the show, you're like, this is cool. Please subscribe. It moves the needle.
It's free.
Does. It is one click, and then we show up in your pocket or wherever you keep your phone.
Similar to a Walk-It.
Reviewosaurus Rex.
This one comes in from 5H Guy.
Oh.
From the United States.
It's 5H underscore guy.
I apologize. That is 5H underscore guy.
What's the official reading of when there's an underscore in someone's handle?
Space. Yeah, you treat it like a space.
No. You? If you're giving a handle, you have to say underscore. Otherwise, people can't find it.
That's where I lean.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So this would be 5H.
I meant their intention is to be
yes.
to be like a space.
Well, anyways, it's the review from 5H underscore guy.
Thank you.
Says life changing.
Uh-huh.
I can only describe this show in one phrase, life changing. I came across your podcast about a week ago at work and have binged through almost every episode since then. I play the show when I'm working, and it makes dealing with my incompetent coworkers much easier. Also, you guys have allowed me to rekindle the love I have of looking at the world through a comedic lens after years lost in this serious, stressed-out, studious college student mindset. I can honestly say this show has made me a better person and given me something to look forward to every day at work. Thank you all. Keep it up. Listen, 5H guy, you did not go far enough here.
No,
you did not go far enough on how
incredible we are.
Yeah,
that's what I got out of this.
Yeah,
we are unbelievably incredible.
This isn't just this is like world changing.
Do they give? I mean, this is totally unrelated.
Do they
give Nobel Peace Prizes to podcasts?
They should.
All right,
at least an Emmy.
Well, I think we could get like a Peabody.
Oh,
writing it down.
And those are named after Mr. Peabody, of course,
I
right?
Assume it has to be. I was wondering where you.
He's an intellectual dog. If we can't get a Peabody, we could probably get a Mr. Peabody.
Yes, we'll have to make that award.
We are very, very important people.
Yes.
Would you rather?
All right, Mike. All right, Jason. We got some would you rather questions for the show today. This one comes in from Shal from the website.
Shall we?
Shall we answer it?
Yeah.
Would you rather
Sorry,
be? Ooh, this is interesting. Would you rather be sweating or fighting off mosquitoes all night?
Oh man,
this is worse and worser.
That is exactly what it is. Worse and worser. So we already know you got the rubber sheets from last week. So if you're sweating,
you're sweating right now.
I'm always sweating.
Your glasses are fogging up from the workout.
By the way,
2 hours ago,
my wife wanted it was very important to her to let me know that the rubber sheets do exist. But they're the underneath ones. And I mean, yes. I knew of these ones for like the post.
Where does the urine go?
It's like a
you put the rubber sheet on.
It's not just rubber. It's got an absorbent.
That's what I'm
layer
saying.
And then the rubber, so that it doesn't go to your mattress.
And then you usually put sheets over that.
And then you wring it out.
What we're looking at. Let's be clear. I knew that existed.
Yeah,
Jason,
so did
you're
I.
not a genius. What you said was basically cutting up tires, stitching them together into like a rubber. Mike was talking about his
That's what
hair.
you heard.
That's what
I
Mike,
said.
Mike was talking about.
yes.
His hair getting pulled out.
Simply rubber sheets.
I imagine you just with a giant latex glove just right over the.
Just stretch it out.
All right, back to the
So
question.
sweating
Oh,
or fighting off mosquitoes all night. I don't.
Now look, if you sweat all night, if all night long you're sweating profusely,
You're
I
dehydrated.
have to believe I'm losing weight.
Oh,
well, you're losing water weight.
But that's fine with me because I weigh less.
You weigh less until the next day when you're dehydrated and you wake up multiple times throughout the night and have to drink.
I remember when I was doing
Gonna need a
jiu-jitsu.
big jug.
When I was doing jiu-jitsu a couple years back, and if there was a tournament coming up, I would go to bed in sweats
Right.
and socks and double socks, and I'd just sweat all night long like Lionel Richie and
To cut weight?
to cut weight. And so it works. So, I mean, there's a huge advantage
yeah,
here.
but the mosquitoes all night long, they'll take
Oh.
enough of your blood away to where you'll weigh less as well.
That's a good point.
Now, but once the fingernails come out all over my body and scratch in these mosquito bites, when they swell, do they weigh more?
I'm
Wait,
choosing
what?
mosquitoes because
Does
I
if
believe
your skin swells, do you weigh more?
Yes, that's my question.
No. What?
What do you think? Chickenpox
You-
people are going around 500 pounds?
You did not add mass to your body. It's
But wait.
just a redistribution of the liquids of
Okay,
your
you
body.
I
Think
get
you
that,
gain
but-
weight when you like swell?
So here's the thing, and I think this is scientific. It's probably true because I'm so smart. But if you work out and like do a bunch of push-ups, can't you weigh more
No.
than before?
No. So what you're telling me is, I've watched some weigh-ins for a UFC fight. I watched a feller. He was a half a pound under. So you're telling me he could go in the back, stick his arm in a hornet's nest, come out and make weight?
Maybe. All that extra venom.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to choose mosquitoes because I imagine.
What?
How could
You're
you
a
choose
mad
this?
Well,
man.
I'm imagining. Can I like pull the covers up and stuff? Can
Yeah.
I like strategically fight it? Like the
Sure.
sweating, I can't fight it. It's not like I can put the covers on and stop it. I guess you could turn a fan on.
When I wake up in the morning, I don't want a billion mosquito bites.
That's
That's
a
true.
problem.
That's fair.
The nighttime is better with the mosquitoes than the sweating.
Would you be able to sleep next to your spouse though? If you were sweating that profusely, you'd surely smell.
What's interesting to me, well, if you shower right before, the sweat will not smell that bad yet.
Is
Okay.
that true?
Yeah, because
Well, there's got to be some degree of like doesn't the
dirt
sweat
and-
rub the dirt and
yeah,
the oils
and the bacterias. Look, what's interesting to me now is I was thinking of this of, well, one or the other. But if you're avoiding mosquitoes all night, I mean, you're under the blanket like a tent, so you are sweating
yeah.
all night long.
That's fair. That's a fair point.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Shal, this is a great question.
I'm going to take the weight loss method of sweating all night long.
Yeah, you got to. It's the post mosquito bites that are truly the problem.
Would you rather only be able to use the internet for 15 minutes a day or be able to send one text message an hour?
Ooh, this one's easy for me.
How many
Yeah.
text messages do you think you send per day on average?
Are you including our work Slack channel?
I think that's probably yeah, I mean you could include correspondence like that.
Oh, if you're including correspondence
anything
like
that
that,
includes Facebook Messenger or texting.
So any
or-
kind of electronic messaging.
Yeah, let's go there.
That makes it a more even playing field because 15 minutes of internet a day is, I mean,
we won't be able to work.
what am I, in prison? Like this is, you get your 15 minutes of internet.
They at least get 30. I've
I'll
heard.
bet they do.
Do they
'cause-
get 30 minutes in prison of internet?
Yeah, but it's on dial-up.
Oh,
Oh, man. I don't think that's legal
Oh.
anymore. Cruel and unusual punishment is.
Man, the children.
They have no respect.
What's interesting is, I mean, we can take things that we had when we were growing up, like old Nintendo, old Atari. So it's just archaic video games to them, and they can go back and play it. But it's impossible for them to truly get the 56K, or in my case, I was on like the 33.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Because this show, we know, it's a family show. There are a lot of parents out there, they're already laughing because they're remembering dial-up days. There are kids in the car listening to this. They have no clue what you're talking about. And I don't think this has ever had to been done before. I want you I want you to explain to the children
All right.
what you're talking about.
So-
what did we have to experience as young adults?
Children gather around. So this fancy internet that you take for granted every day, then, well, to be fair, I do as well.
This wireless life you live.
It used to be our phones were at home. We didn't have phones in our pocket. You had a phone that was attached to your wall by a cord. And using this magic we did not understand, that phone cord would plug into your computer. And look, kids understand download speeds, of course. So what do you think?
Yeah, because of Fortnite updates.
Yeah, and I mean, what do you get with a Fortnite update on average? 10 megs a second?
Yeah, I mean, for them, it's like, do I wait 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
Children, I need you to do some math, because 10 megs a second, we would get, if we were lucky, I would get 0.1 kilobytes per minute.
You're talking a photograph. You are downloading this picture for a while.
You would have to leave your computer on overnight to download one song.
And here's the worst part about it, because these used our plug-in. You hooked your computer up to the telephone port.
Yes.
And if
you want to use the internet,
someone picked up the phone, they had to make a phone call. Your internet is ruined. There was the dream of, if I hang up quick enough, maybe it didn't disconnect.
I was downloading Hanging by a Moment.
yes.
And it's been ruined.
Yeah, it was absolutely a nightmare.
So when you think about, the attitude you have with your parents, remember what they suffered through.
Yeah, no internet.
Would you? So
Talking
to me,
people.
only being able to use the internet for 15 minutes a day would probably end my career.
I can handle one text message an hour.
Yeah, I could too.
Yeah, 100%. 15 minutes
But that
a
would
day.
stink when you get you've used your one per hour, and then you get like an imminent text, and you got to wait for it to switch over to the next hour.
I got great news for you.
What?
You can call them on the telephone.
Fair point.
It's so funny. So we're talking about back
Another
in the day.
thing kids don't know.
And all I could think about was the beginning of text messages, because my daughter was asking me about like texting friends when I was growing up. I was like, what are you talking about? There was no texting. That did not exist. Like the best texting
I
you
memorized
could do
all my friends' phone numbers.
is if you had a beeper, you could
man.
page someone. But here's the thing about text messages that's so insane, how quick things change. I worked at a cell phone company around the year 2000. And
Y2K.
you got to watch out for that bug. Here's the thing. The carriers, all of them, because I worked at a place we sold Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T, all the different carriers. They would come by and they were pushing this add-on for text messages. This did not exist.
Oh, like it was an add-on to get text.
Yes, you had to pay extra, and you'd pay per text message, and they added it on. And all of us at every cell phone store were all thinking, why the heck would anyone want to add this on and send a
It would have been a hard sell for you.
It was a hard sell, and we had like goals we had to hit, and convincing people that they should send a message just of text. They're like, why wouldn't I just call them?
Oh my gosh.
And now I realize it's so much nicer to never have to talk to humans.
Yeah, and the text is good for short for me. Now, it's
Have you
always
ever called me on the phone, Mike? Ever?
Yeah, of course I've called you.
Yeah, you have.
Don't text and
Yeah, you
drive,
have.
man.
You
Be
have.
safe.
You've called me.
But what the funny situation I was going to bring up is I'll watch my wife get into like a real serious conversation through text, and to the point where when she hits send, all you see is blue, right?
Uh-huh.
So I mean, and you have to scroll. That's how long on your
your
iPhone X Pro. That's how long this message
short
is.
story.
Then you wait, and then you get a response that's just as large, and my skin just wants to jump off my body. I'm like, please call this person.
You're right.
Please, like I
You
can't
could explain all
I can't
this
be
in 1
around
second.
you right now. Just call this
Click, click,
person.
click, click, click,
And
click,
she's like,
click,
no.
You're wasting so much time in
Yeah.
the communication process.
So I guess I'm old school where certain things still require a phone call.
Yeah. Here's I would move on to life advice, but I have to ask this last would you rather question.
It's because it's great.
It's too good. Would you rather be able to watch your dreams on TV
Wow.
or be able to be fully immersed in video games? So you're in that world completely.
Before we jump into the question, I got reminded of something because I don't always remember my dreams. It's usually pretty rare. And even more rare, so I want to ask how many times this happens to you guys, is going back to the same dream.
Oh,
You get woke up in the middle of the night and you go back. And this had happened to me once or twice in my entire life. And over the past 2 weeks, it's happened twice.
And you're jumping back into the dream?
Yes. Yeah, the first one was...
Is it a good dream?
No. Well, the first one was not because I was living in the world of Bird Box. And I kept... Look, you die in your dream, you wake up. And I just kept going back and repeatedly dying in my dream.
Ooh.
It was not a good night of rest. And then the second one was somehow I caught wind that I was in the competition for taking over for the Tonight Show.
Okay, all right.
Congratulations.
Me and a cast of characters. So
yeah, you see yourself. Got it.
I kept waking up and going back into this. So does this happen to you frequently, Jason? You're
No.
known as the dreamer of The Office.
I am the dreamer. I don't usually go back into the same dream.
Has it happened?
Yeah,
to
it's
you?
happened
Okay.
where it's
It has to be a brief wake up for me to go back
Exactly.
into that dream.
Yeah, you wake up, you go back to sleep, and
I'm talking. I woke up full drink
the worst.
Yeah.
because I was parched.
The worst is when you
From
wake
Bird
up
Box
from
death.
from an awesome dream, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta get back.
I want to
there.
get back in
I gotta
there.
get back there." And you lay down, and you never get back, or at
Yeah.
least you don't remember going back.
I would want to be fully immersed in the video game world, I think, because as cool as it would be to watch my dreams, I don't feel as though I have 2% control over what I dream about.
Right.
And I would just consider that control to be the things that I'm anxious about or thinking about or just my general life. But I feel like 98% of that dream, the randomness of it, it'd be terrifying to watch some of the weird crap that goes on
Yeah,
in
it
my
wouldn't
brain.
make sense. Let's change this question. Would you rather be able to have a fully lucid dream where you are in control of everything, or have the fully immersed video game?
Lucid dreaming is that's the pinnacle. And if you don't know what lucid dreaming is, because I've had a couple lucid dreams where you realize in the dream that you're dreaming, and you can control it.
And it doesn't matter.
And I flew my minivan once because of lucid dreaming.
Because you realized in the dream, you said to yourself, Jason,
Your minivan?
you're
Yes.
dreaming right now. The sky's the limit for me, and this minivan's going to fly.
I was driving in my dream. Okay.
You're in a dream.
Yes.
You realize you're in a dream.
Uh-huh.
You can do whatever you want.
Correct.
You stay inside a minivan.
Well, it wasn't just
Like you could have changed this car to a jet plane. You could have changed it into whatever vehicle you want, and you stay with the minivan.
It's baby steps, Mike. It's difficult in the dream. When you know it's a dream, you realize I can change things.
Wood siding?
No, but it's like no wood siding. The thing is you go, oh, let me try something, right?
Okay.
And you don't want to go too far. You don't want to be like, oh, I can change the whole world, and because that's too much power. And so for me, it was just
space-time continuum issues.
Yes, it was just. Can I lift up? Oh my gosh, I can lift up. I can fly this van. It was in the moment. But you're
learning.
You're rewriting your video games then. You are the programmer of the video game, and that is so much better than just being in a Ready Player One fully immersive environment. And the truth is,
here's the counterpoint, just to throw one out there, because my initial impression was lucid dreaming, that would be the best, because then my night times are adventures and fun, and kind of feels like you're taking advantage of more time.
Yeah.
However, no co-op.
That exactly.
You're not
experience.
with your friends. Shared experience with your friends. Mike and I, we have a history. We way back in time, we played a little World of Warcraft.
A little.
And
Just a little.
We had some fun in there, but to be actually in those worlds with your friends is very exciting.
Yeah. I think I got to go with the video games because of that.
yeah, I'll have you guys in my world, but
you'll
I
be-
can control you.
We'll be AI.
But here's the thing about dreams. People don't care. Like, I mean, I know I explained.
Oh, nobody ever
While
wants
I
to
was
hear-
explaining my dreams, the listeners were tuning out. I was like, I don't care
Oh
about your
my
dream.
gosh. Now my wife will hate me for this. Hate me. Because she says I say too many of her idiosyncrasies on the show and not enough of the wonderful qualities she has, which there are many, many wonderful qualities to my wife.
Compliment sandwich.
But,
Make sure you finish with a good one.
but there's this history. We've been married 12 years. She tries to tell me her dreams, and this speaks to what you're saying. And to her, it is the biggest disconnect because to her, they are the most exciting, interesting, possible dream. And it's normally something that doesn't make any sense to me. And I lose interest so fast and try to pretend like I'm interested. Okay, you were you, but you weren't you. And there's this pole, and there was the rock in it. And that's how they sound to me. It's like, cool,
I totally understand.
My wife hates when I talk about my dreams.
I mean,
just
that's what Mike said.
She always knows I'm saving the world. Like every dream, that's what I do. I save the world.
Is that your ambition in life? Do we need to dive deep on this?
Apparently my subconscious
Hero complex.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking all the dreaming things over the video game thing in this Would You Rather because my dreams are epic movies, and if I could watch them and write them down, I could then go produce them and make money.
Marvel or
them.
DC level dreams?
Get out of here with that DC garbage.
All right, let's move on.
Spitballers to the rescue.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, I cut off.
Rude.
Mr. Announcer.
Cookies.
Life advice question. This one came in from the web. I asked my girlfriend if she wanted to get lunch. She said she had school, and so I went by myself. She later texted me and said that class was canceled and wanted me to go get lunch with her. Now she's mad that I don't want to go with her.
Wait.
What do I do?
Why do you not want to go now?
Well, I know, Jason, I can speak for him. The words second lunch were coming out very, very soon.
Yeah, I was thinking double lunch, but second lunch just as good.
That's funny, though. So you went out, you had your lunch experience. Her class was canceled. You're full. You've had a meal. You don't want to do the charade.
This must mean he does not love her.
No,
I mean,
There are a lot of people that don't want you to sit there while they eat.
So I went by myself. So he's
already
completed
finished.
eating.
Yeah, he's full.
He's done. He's probably gone home. He's had a nice meal.
And now she wants to get.
She wants to grab some lunch with him.
Spend some time with the loved one.
I mean, she's your girlfriend, man.
Go hang
this
out.
is a. I mean, if you've ever had an excuse, I can't go Jason second lunch, but I can go Andy Holloway dessert.
See,
I mean, this is an easy problem to fix. Go somewhere where you can get an ice cream.
yeah,
Or
or
a
a drink, or like a appetizer.
Here's my worry.
You can make it work.
Here's my worry is that, okay, you want to get lunch with a significant other. That's great. It's a good time. If you take food out of the equation, no way do I want to go out with her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the only thing that's changed is, are you eating? That's it. Like, maybe just spend some time with her.
I'm going to rephrase this question a different way. So everything's the same at the beginning. The girlfriend has to go to school, and you go, okay, I'm by myself.
And he did ask her to go to lunch. I mean, he
Yes.
started this process.
Now, I'm sure you guys have this, but like my favorite fast food restaurant is Raising Cane's Chicken. My wife does not like Raising Cane's. So this is a voyage that if I'm going to eat it, it's me alone. And my kids are ridiculous.
They don't like it
either.
Oh, that's a problem.
So it's literally only me, and it's my favorite place.
So she turns you down. That's where you're headed.
So I am en route already. My mouth is salivating. I know that cane sauce. I'm about to just dive in.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
But
the
then
question.
you get the call.
Yep, I knew it.
Where my mind's already made up. I know what I'm going to eat. Then she calls and says, "Let's go to lunch." And I know.
Did you answer the
There's
phone or
an
did she
easy-
text?
There's an easy answer here. I mean, there's an easy answer. I've been in this situation, and I know 100% what I would do.
Okay.
I would text back and say, I went to the other side of town because you texted back, I'd love to get lunch. Just give me, I'll be there in 15 minutes.
And
then
then
I
you're
would
going double lunch.
I would finish my trip to get me some chicken.
Do you have a
and then I would
restaurant
go-
like that where the wife doesn't like it?
So, I look, this is shameful,
Oh, no.
This is not something
I have uncovered something dark.
This is not something anyone is ever proud of, but my shameful restaurant that I love to eat at that, I shouldn't it's McDonald's.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like, nobody. Like, McDonald's is
False. I just had this conversation with my wife yesterday. Her favorite fast food restaurant is McDonald's.
It's just
and it's
great.
It's the absolute lowest on my list.
I get that. I'm not saying McDonald's is the best fast food restaurant by any means. It's just my, guilty pleasure. Like,
what's your go-to? What's your go-to order there?
Oh, my go-to order? It's usually a hot and spicy and a Big Mac.
Okay.
You got to get at least 2 things. That's just a Jason Moore rule of thumb.
So McDonald's makes $2 billion a year on being everybody's last choice?
They're everywhere. That's the problem.
So it's opportunity.
Yes.
I get that. Fast food is literally based on your local circle of what's available.
It is.
I eat at Culver's all the time because it's the closest place. When I didn't have one close, I ate at the closest place.
Yeah, you have like a mile radius.
Yeah.
And when I have to go outside of that for fast food, it's disappointing.
If there was a Whataburger.
I do live close to McDonald's, and I've never been there.
If there was a Whataburger close to my house, I would be broke. I would be ruined physically, my body, my wallet. I love Whataburger, but they're so rare and sporadic.
All right, here is one more life advice question before our incredible draft that we've got coming up. By the way, did we actually answer that one with like a formal? Just go to lunch again.
Yeah, go to lunch,
Yeah,
get dessert,
dessert,
get a whole nother lunch, enjoy yourself.
Kevin from the website, I went on a first date recently, and the girl was telling me about how she is just now watching Lost. While talking about it, I'm pretty sure she spoiled the entire show for me. I've never seen it, so I wanted her to stop, but I didn't know how. Can I even take her on a second date? And I think
this was first date. Wow.
Kevin, Lost?
That's exactly
now,
what I was thinking.
Mike has a pretty strict statute of limitation rule. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, look, I didn't watch Lost, but if you guys wanted to unleash into 2 hours completely summarizing the plot for Lost, that's my fault.
Yes.
How long ago was that? Is that
Lost
15 years?
it was a while ago. I mean, you're talking at least 10 years ago since completion. And here's the problem. TV has evolved. Like, I loved Lost. When Lost was on, it was my favorite show, period. I loved it. But now it's like network TV in general.
It's like 24.
It just it's a rung or 20 below all the Netflix originals and your HBOs and your the subscription show model has just completely just dominated network television shows for the most part. There's still some good ones.
This is what you're describing is exactly what happens with any variety situation. That's what it comes down to. It's not just network TV, it's variety. You have so much to choose from now.
Yes.
And that's why Hershey bars were all the rage at one point in time.
Because it was it.
Because you had a couple things to get.
Would you like a candy bar?
Then it's
a Hershey's.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I think the quality of the individual shows are better too. I mean, on network TV, because they had to worry about all these ratings, they couldn't ever, kill off a main character. So you always know every episode people are going to live. On these other shows, it's like you don't know what's coming. They can do anything. So my point here,
but is this
Kevin?
Is this a keeper? I mean, or do you jettison her because she could spoil everything for everything?
No. I would definitely try to stay because it's not
It's
her
on
fault,
you, Kevin.
that she was allowed to talk about a network show that you're not going to go back and rewatch 10 years later for the first time.
I agree. What is your statute of limitations for a show? Like, you can't spoil it.
Was that a statue? Did you say a statue of limitations?
I did.
It's definitely a statute.
Yeah, I did say. I definitely said statue
of limitations. It's a very limited statue.
What's even funnier about that is 2 days ago I was watching a Seinfeld rerun and they had the same exchange.
Really?
No.
Yes.
Oh, that is awesome.
I definitely said statue.
And Kramer goes, no, I'm pretty sure it's statue.
Yeah,
And Elaine goes,
You're
it's
Kramer.
statute. So you're Kramer, yeah.
Oh, that is awesome.
Fair enough. But because the show,
What is my statute of limitations? I would say about 6 feet high is my statute of limitations.
5 years.
5 years?
5 years.
Yeah.
Well, 5 years, or if the series
Is still on
the television.
Okay, because the most obvious example you can go to is Game of Thrones. But that show's been on for a very long time now.
Yeah, but so Andy's
It's over
second
5.
Caveat is 100% perfect. If the show is still ongoing, see, it's 5 years from the end of the show.
Ooh.
That's a long time.
Ooh. He doesn't even know if he's sure about what he just said.
I'm not sure at all about what I
That's
just said.
way
That is
too
so
long.
long. I'm gonna amendment. No, redaction and restatement.
1 year or 2
One-
years.
I'm going 2.
I'm going 1 full year from the conclusion of a television run. I'm going
That's fair.
3 years for a movie. Movie is out. You got 3 years. Then you can spoil it at will. Television.
See, we're
shows
changing
from the
people's
end.
lives.
Yeah, we're making the
We're
world a better
helping.
place.
There needs to be official rules.
Can
about
we
this.
agree on those rules right there?
I'm very
I
comfortable
think
with
we
those.
can.
I'm
1
very
year
comfortable.
from the end of a television run. 3 years from the movie opening.
All right.
Okay, official.
Official, put it in law.
put it on the statue?
We ready to
on the statue.
put it on the statue?
You
The
chisel it
statue
in.
is holding the book,
Yes.
and on the inside of the
The
book,
statue's
that's all
holding
it
the
says.
statue.
You guys ready to draft?
Yes.
The Spitballers Draft.
I always look forward to this show, in case you guys are curious.
That's
In case you
good.
guys are curious. However, sometimes a draft idea comes up, and I'm just really excited about the outcome, and this is one of those. Much like, by the way, any Battle Royale animal-related drafts, which I think we need to work in like an ocean one soon.
Okay.
But we're drafting sodas, or as our show doc says, the best soda pops.
Oh, goodness.
So clearly this was put in by a person from – we've got somebody that helps us on the
Midwest,
doc.
right?
That's a Midwestern.
Yeah.
It's pop in the South, isn't it? And then it's a Coke somewhere else,
Yeah.
and then it's a soda. You know what we're talking about. We're drafting sodas. And I think Mike has the first pick.
I have the first pick, and I feel like I keep landing the first pick on the drafts where it is the worst possible time to have the first pick.
I'm not happy I have third because I think I'm going to miss out on what I've got.
I would love to have the third pick.
Man.
So we're drafting sodas, 4 rounds, snake draft, as per the Spitballers' usual format. And Mike gets to pick number 1,
This
numero
one-
uno.
And this one is tough because it's
preferential.
yeah. I'm
But you know that there'll be people out there that, like, the sales of soda reflect the overall
right.
passion and excitement about those brands. So
I'm going with the Juggernaut. I'm pulling a Jason Moore, but it's also it's my favorite soda.
it is?
Yeah.
Wait.
Go for it.
All right.
It's the classic. It's the Coca-Cola classic.
It's the clear 101. I don't
Yeah.
know why you. I mean, if I had the 101, that's definitely what I take.
Because there's a second one that some people prefer, but I do prefer Coke over everything else.
Wow. Well, I would have taken Coke. I didn't see you.
You think I was next generation?
Yeah. Well, I certainly thought you were going to go with some flavor, something more unique, hipster, on brand. So I'm going to, because you took my Coke, my poll winner. I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to go with what my favorite soda actually is.
This is why I said I was not going to end up with it.
My favorite soda is cream soda.
Yeah, I knew it.
A&W
Wow.
cream soda is
I
it
knew
is
he was
the
going with
most
it.
delicious soda.
Really?
That oh, dude.
I mean, I like cream soda.
When you say really like you're surprised, it makes me realize it's been too long since you've had a cream soda. Because if you had a cream
Maybe
soda
it has.
today or yesterday or this week, you'd go, heck yeah.
When I grew up, in my house, we had soda 1 or 2 times a month. It was only on the days we would get pizza, and we were allowed to pick a can of soda. Cream soda was on a statue was built in our house, not of limitations, just a statue.
Well, there was
cream
limitations
soda.
on your soda, so
I respect that pick, and it would not have gotten back to you.
Sweet.
So, yeah, very sweet. That's the problem with some cream sodas; they're too sweet.
Nah,
but
no
A&W
such thing.
cream soda, delicious. I get it. All right, so I've got 2 picks here. I'm taking Pepsi for number 1.
yeah.
Sure.
Pepsi is preference. It's my preference to Coke.
For real?
I adore it.
I used to be a Pepsi man.
I'm very, very much a Pepsi man.
Used
Wow.
to be a Pepsi man.
Now, I
but
don't drink a lot of soda anymore, but I'm all about Pepsi.
I didn't realize you were stupid. And take that as a compliment. I thought you were
You
smart.
did know I was stupid. We've known this for years.
Yeah.
I've known you love Coke.
So
You've always been wrong.
I delete out of my brain the bad things about those I love.
Oh, well, that's very kind
So
of you.
I don't even remember what you just picked.
Pepsi Cola is what I just picked.
What an idiot!
And I'm going to go with, and had you not taken yours, I might have gone with like a tandem from the same brand. I'm going to go with A&W root beer.
Okay, yeah. I figured root beer wasn't going to get back to me.
And I want to just throw this out there. I mean, you guys have been to remember Long John Silver's and A&W have those combo fast foods?
Yep.
Nothing on this earth is better than a frosted mug and from the tap A&W root beer that then crystallizes the glass on the inside of the mug and you can drink it smooth.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Pepsi and A&W root beer, I feel
was
so
a
good about those two.
Frosted
picks.
So
Coke would be better.
You guys have your juggernauts, your
Yeah.
Coke, your Pepsi.
Yeah.
I am not usually the I want more flavor. I do. I would prefer a version of those products that are, an extra ingredient mixed in, but I need a juggernaut, and I like all the ingredients. I like all the flavors in the world, and I like sweetness. So it's a home run pick for me to call the doctor
Yeah.
and get me some Dr. Pepper.
Man.
That's
You're going to win a lot of
sweet.
You're going to win a lot of votes
Sweet one.
with that one. No doubt about it.
Yeah, weirdo votes.
Oh, you don't
No.
like any no Mr. Pibb, no Dr. Pepper?
I can drink it. It's not like it's
I've
terrible.
had an occasional very good Dr. Pepper. I never order it. Ever.
Never.
Ever.
I will never ever.
Have you ever had hot Dr. Pepper? Have you ever
I
heard
have.
of that?
Yeah,
So
I have.
good.
It's a down south thing.
What? It's a thing.
It's not good. No.
It's delicious.
hot Dr.
Yeah,
Pepper?
it's exactly what it sounds like. It's you take Dr. Pepper and it's hot.
This is a tough draft.
You put it in
It
a-
is.
This is a tough draft because you want to go with your heart versus you want to get votes. And that's the challenge here. But, I mean, there's so many sodas, too. I mean, there's hundreds of sodas to choose from. Mike, it's back to you, and you get 2 picks. So, I mean, you got the
Yeah.
You should feel good. You got
I
the number
do.
1 overall, and then you get 2 picks back-to-back. Now, you are Mike, so you have every ability to blow this draft right here, right now.
I believe you're talking about the current champion.
That's true. That
Because-
hurts my argument. Go on.
All right. Well, I'm going to take another juggernaut. I'm going to take what I believe is the juggernaut of the clear sodas.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm
okay.
going to take Sprite.
Oh,
Makes sense.
okay.
I'm going to take Sprite. I know there's some other ones.
Yeah, there's one that I
Sprite is
you
the
know.
clear juggernaut of the clear sodas.
And that's how I believe it as
But
well.
then they always say, "Is Sierra Mist okay?"
Can you take that?
No, at a restaurant, I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah,
they
they're
say,
like,
"Is
oh, we
Sierra
only
Mist
have
okay?"
the
yeah. And then I say, no, it's not.
And they
I'll
go
take
get
water.
you. They bring you a 6-pack of Sprite. Got it. All right, so you got Coke and Sprite. Goodness gracious,
Yeah, that
Yankees and Lakers here. All right, what else you got?
man. Now I'm trying not to pull a mic and just go fully off the rails.
That's what I expect you to do, and I don't think you can resist it. So I'm expecting to get like a
Nope.
Welch's grape coming up here.
I'm not gonna do it.
Coke with lime.
Oh,
caffeine-free
You
Diet
were-
Pepsi with
look, you were close. Andy.
I was?
You were very close.
All right.
Because it's a Coke. But it's with the cherry.
Oh, gosh.
You got to give me that cherry Coke.
So you have Coke and cherry Coke.
I don't know how we beat this. I have no
And
idea how.
Sprite.
I like Pepsi more, but I don't know how you beat Coke and Cherry Coke. Cherry Coke is superior. That's my only argument to you. But you knew you could get it in the 3rd round.
Yes.
Cherry Coke is, oh gosh.
It's cherry Coke is the delightful treat. You can't have it every time.
No.
But when you have
Did
it,
you like the vanilla Coke when it came out?
not only did I dislike it, I loathed the
Vanilla Coke.
When it came out, I loved it for a month, and then I was done with it.
Vanilla Coke is by far the best of every Coke product that has ever
Wow.
been made. Is so delicious.
you taking it?
So based on what you two just said, I certainly don't have to take it here.
Can you even get it anymore?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, they have it at restaurants.
they have it at some restaurants. They've got it at your grocery store. I still get it
Huh.
all the time
Huh.
because it is great.
the more I know, I guess. Sure.
I'm going to go with hitherto so far. It's pretty much
Statue.
been
Oh.
it's pretty much been your
Powerhouse.
powerhouse.
Minus your A&W cream soda.
Right, minus my cream soda. It's pretty much what are the big, you go to a restaurant and you can get most all of these things. I'm going now with, okay, what is the pivot? I want something special. I want something different.
Yeah.
That's still super common and mainstream and, but what is the best of all of those?
Don't take my fourth pick.
And I'm taking the orange soda.
Dang it.
I'm taking the orange.
Which one?
Probably Crush. Probably Orange Crush.
It's just, look, during the NFL draft, when Roger Goodell walks up to the podium and says, with the first overall pick, the Arizona Cardinals
take a running back.
Probably take this guy. Like you can't give a probable when it's a draft. This is binary.
Are you taking Orange Crush?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, Orange Crush, Orange Fanta, they're exactly the same.
They are not.
They are 100% the same.
A&W cream soda, Dr. Pepper, and Orange
I'm
Crush.
taking orange soda.
You are in full hipster draft. How do you accuse me of being a hipster?
Well,
you're in the tertiary market.
I might really go low because my favorite soda in the world is something that you can only get one place. It's the best, and I might take it with my fourth pick, but that is going to dive bomb my ranking.
All right.
I've got Pepsi. I've got A&W root beer. I'm going to go with my favorite soda all growing up. The one that just, it spoke to me, and it kept on speaking for hours after I drank it.
This is the radiation?
Mountain Dew.
Yep.
Mountain Dew. I don't know what it is. Like, I haven't had a lot of Mountain Dew in the last 10 years. But when I have, it doesn't hit me the way it did as a kid. But Mountain Dew is just, for a nice 15-year period, it was like the nectar of the gods.
Yeah, I understand. I never got into Mountain Dew phase. It's palatable, but I've
only got one more pick, and this is tough because, and I don't care if I disclose other options for you guys because that's fine. I'm having a hard time deciding. Like 7-Up, in my opinion, is the best of the clears.
Oh,
it's by far. I like it a lot more than Sprite.
Okay.
So 7-Up is on the table for me. I could go cherry Pepsi and try to counter.
You could.
Your cherry Coke.
We'll see what the people like.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
Pepsi and cherry Pepsi on one side, Coke and cherry Coke on the other.
Haven't you seen that commercial, the Pepsi commercial for the Super Bowl with Steve Carell?
Is it okay?
Where they go, is it okay? She orders a Coke, and they go, is it okay if you have Pepsi? And then Steve Carell comes out and he's like, is it okay for puppies to be, it's all these things like, yeah, of course it's okay. And then my last option is I'm a ginger ale guy. I feel like that plays into maybe a little bit of an ancient.
Yeah, it's your brand.
Yeah.
So I'm deciding between those three.
When I got a chubby ache.
I guess I could throw cherry 7-Up in there too, because cherry 7-Up
it's delightful.
Is delightful. I'm going cherry Pepsi.
All right.
Cherry Pepsi.
I think that was the right decision for you.
I love I would rather have a cherry Pepsi than a cherry Coke. And I'd rather have a Pepsi than a Coke. And I know that there are those of you out there that are more evolved and agree with me. So we'll go with Pepsi, A&W, Root Beer, Mountain Dew, and cherry Pepsi.
Man, I really wish instead of Mountain Dew, you went 7-Up so that yours and Mike's are just basically like, would you rather have 7-Up or Sprite?
Yeah.
Coke or Pepsi?
That's
cherry
fair.
Coke or cherry Pepsi? I'm the pivot.
I think more people like A&W Root Beer than Sprite, though. That's where I got Mike.
That is...
I think you're wrong.
Unless you're talking about ordering for your kids at a dinner.
I think you are incredibly wrong.
All right.
I think he's right. I mean, because...
You guys are you're letting your own personal bias.
I always get Sprite at a lot of places. Just because of the caffeine-free nature of it, but...
Sprite is definitely more popular than root beer.
All right.
So we're down to the place where I'll just say what I'm thinking
left.
about. I've got one pick left for myself. I love vanilla Coke. That was something I considered right off the bat. But I realized that not everybody loves vanilla Coke. It's not going to be a great, vote getter. But then my other one that I really want, which is, again, my favorite soda in the world, is Mountain Dew Baja Blast, which you can only
is
get
that Taco Bell?
as Taco Bell. It is a Taco Bell exclusive.
Is that your pick?
Get that Code Red going on, Jay.
Code Red is fantastic.
Are you going?
No, I have not made my pick. Because before I do that, I need to know something.
Oh, great. He's looking for loopholes.
Kind of. But, I mean, look, if I go to the gas station and I'm wanting a carbonated beverage.
I knew where this is going.
I want a Red Bull.
Yeah.
I want a Monster.
That's not a soft drink.
Nope, not a soft drink.
That's an energy drink.
You ever gotten a Red Bull on tap?
Yes.
On the actual
QT has the
you
energy
can put it
drinks
in-
on the
They
on
also
the
call
what
that-
now?
on the
fountain.
On
they
the fountain.
also have like Powerade. Would you consider
Yeah, that
Powerade
doesn't
to be
count.
a soda?
I'm voting against it.
Yeah, it's an energy drink.
I hate you too.
But I knew where you were going, and I applaud your efforts. I would expect
Also,
nothing less from you.
I would
what have we come to in America where you could take the gut buster, get that 44 ounce and just fill it with Red Bull?
That's if
and
people are
die?
dying. People are dying everywhere.
And that's too much Red Bull.
Every man dies.
That's why it comes in the tiny can
Not every man truly lives.
for 12 hours.
You guys ever
12
like the Big
hours.
Red?
I love that's in
That was
consideration.
that's a good pick.
Big Red.
My dad
basically
loved Big Red.
Is like bubblegum flavored.
Papa.
Papa Skids.
Incredible. The redness of Big Red is frightening. The amount of dye and stuff that they have to put in that is.
I'm looking at a list of sodas right now, and it's got pictures of all the sodas. It's 1 through 100.
Uh-huh.
And they put the bubble gum in for Big Red. That's the picture they got in for Big Red
Yeah.
soda.
Isn't that the flavor?
It's not the flavor of Big Red. Big Red's a cinnamon gum.
It's
the
a-
gum,
it's
but
a-
not the soda.
No,
The
I'm
s-
saying the picture.
Oh, they screwed it up?
They screwed it up. They put the picture of the cinnamon gum instead of the soda.
Oh, but I genuinely think that Big Red soda's flavor is bubble gum.
Is it
No.
really?
No.
I really believe that is
Wow.
true.
All right.
I don't know. I can't
Make your pick, man.
say.
We're running out of time.
All right. If I've got to make my pick, I'm going to go
Wow.
with
Its flavor, though often thought to be bubble gum,
at
is
least-
created by mixing orange and lemon oils with traditional vanilla, similar to cream sodas.
Huh.
All right.
Wow.
Very
I'm
interesting.
going.
There you go, Jay.
I am
The
going
more you know.
with. Look, my wife is diabetic.
Yeah.
Every
I was
soda-
wondering if one would get picked
Every
here.
soda we drink, I drink Diet Coke more than anything. I sugar free, but I'm going to take the one that I like the best, which is Coke Zero.
Okay.
Coke Zero, for all those people out there maybe a little bit concerned with how much sugar we have drafted here today, vote Jason. Vote Jason this Tuesday.
He is the zero of this show.
I'm the zero. Wait.
Mike, wrap it up for us.
Wow. All right.
You've got Coke, Sprite, Cherry Coke, and
I'll go vanilla Coke.
No, I would
Coke and lime.
I'd rather drink 44 ounces of Red Bull than draft Coke
Wouldn't
Zero.
we all?
So you threw me off there going with the Coke Zero because I was actually debating between just plain old Diet Coke, just go with an absolute like
a pure Coke.
the
Coke everywhere.
trifecta of dominant soda brands, or do I go with some kind of a off the path hipster pick? Man,
You're the hipster brand. I think everyone knows where you should go. You're not the Coke, Cherry Coke, Diet Coke guy. That's off brand.
You're more RC than that.
oh,
A little tab.
I do like RC every once in a while.
Get a tab
All right, Mike.
soda.
I'm going to give you the clock's running out on
Well,
you.
what
You've
is
got
this?
Coca-Cola
This is
Classic,
nonsense.
Sprite, Cherry Coke. Well, work through your process at least. The dead silence is
Right.
worse for podcasting.
So the process is I'm looking at Diet Coke. I'm looking at the potential that there's a root beer and it's got bite.
Yeah, bleh,
Really?
hate it.
Really?
I completely hate it.
Non-authentic taste.
It
anyway,
is
go
the
on.
worst. But you can't have two different root beers. You can't draft like that's
Sure
why
he
I
can.
can't draft
Sure, he
Coke
can-
and Pepsi?
He can draft Barks. It doesn't bother
Okay,
me.
all right, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's no bite. I'm not concerned.
I would love that because then it's basically, do you prefer Mountain Dew or Sprite when it comes to your guys' draft?
All right. Well, what was your four, Andy?
Pepsi, A&W root beer, Mountain Dew, and Cherry Pepsi.
Give me 7-Up.
So you agree with me. 7-Up's legit.
Oh, 7-Up is great.
I love 7-Up. Very few places have 7-Up anymore. In-N-Out Burger's one of them, and I always get the biggest possible 7-Up there because it's so good.
I was worried that you were going to take the Cherry 7-Up. Cherry 7-Up is unbelievably
It's very
great.
good, very hard to find.
Yeah, that's not in a restaurant. You got to get that from the grocery
Do you
store.
believe it helps or hurts that and this could be just my connotation, but 7-Up is synonymous with being sick?
I feel like
because when you're sick, you sip on 7-Up and
Yeah.
it stops you from throwing up as much?
I feel like that's more of a ginger ale.
The ginger ale is in there, but for me, that's what. Maybe it's just me.
I used to have Coke syrup,
but
too. Coke syrup would do that as well.
If I'm sick, I want 7-Up.
Yeah, they sell Coke. You can buy Coke syrup behind the counter at a pharmacy.
Wow, really?
And you sip on the Coke syrup, and it calms your stomach.
Wait a minute.
Interesting.
What?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Is this the 1950s? Back the pharmacist has the Coke syrup.
He goes
It is
down to
a-
the bodega.
It is a very,
But
very
you're just talking
common
about
thing.
this. This is not common. This is not
Yes,
very,
it
very
is.
common. When Mike and I have never heard of it, it's not super common.
Cola syrup for
Look,
relief of nausea.
I
mean,
put
it's a
Coke syrup into my Google Chrome. One of the autocompletes is Coke syrup for nausea.
Yeah, it's a very common thing, and it helps. It really does.
Says all of the Coke lobbyists.
Snake oil.
Well, it's not sold by Coca-Cola, people. It's cola syrup, so it's in the
So
category.
it's like
of,
you're talking about like the brown.
yeah, it's not
syrup,
It's not
sugar.
sugary, really. It's got the Coke flavor, but it's not really sugary.
How does that help with nausea?
It does. It does. Calm your
Weird.
stomach. So Mike has Coke syrup. No, not really. Coca-Cola Classic, Sprite, Cherry Coke 7-Up. Jason has A&W Cream Soda, Dr. Pepper, Orange Crush, and Coke Zero. I've got Pepsi, A&W Root Beer, Mountain Dew, and Cherry Pepsi. If Mike doesn't run away with it, I think it'll be it should be very interesting. Should be a very, very close poll. We'll find out.
Yeah.
I always think that.
Between me and Andy.
What did you learn today? What did you guys learn
I learned
on
that,
the show today?
I learned that Jason, in his dreams, needs to dream bigger. Instead of just flying a minivan.
We learned a lot about each other's subconscious. I learned that Mike's subconscious thinks that he should host the Today Show.
I learned that Jason is, indeed, the future hero of Earth.
Yes! That's such great news for me.
Not for Earth so much.
The two of you that will be left
Yeah.
after I save
Oh.
the three of us.
Because we know you'll be a hero no matter what.
Yes.
Thank you for listening. Make sure you subscribe and leave a review. See you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.